I don't know how cold it is out here, but I'm insulated pretty good, but my fingertips are freezing. I have on 2 pair of gloves, and I have not found a glove in all my years on this earth that keeps my hands warm and it keeps my hands happy. And I'll explain what I mean. So when you buy your glove and it has a liner, when you put your hand in the glove, it's perfect. But then when you take your hand out of the glove, all of the finger grooves, they want to pull out. So the liner is never thank you. So the liner is never fastened inside the glove. That's my issue with gloves. I don't know that there is a glove that really does what it's supposed to do, but I'm interested in getting a winter glove that the fingers don't pull out when I pull my hand out. And I'm also looking to get a winter glove that really works. I guess it's 38 degrees, 40 degrees. You know, I'm in shorts, of course. Legs don't get cold. But fingertips, toes, yes, they do. And I'm protected. My core is nice and warm. Actually, I'm on the verge of being too hot, but I could take off a few layers. Nothing like good diesel smoke in the morning. I tell you what, it gets you going. But anyway, I need to find some gloves, man. I actually been contemplating about going home. My fingertips are so cold. I've been thinking about going home. I don't even have 20 miles yet. And that's how cold it is. But I'm not gonna let my mind win. I'm gonna push through all of this. And it'll make the victory even that much sweeter. But I gotta find some gloves, you know, a proper glove, one that doesn't pull out, and one that is not going to be a bear to put on and put off, and cycle with. You know, I have to have some kind of dexterity because of having to manipulate the brake, hold the handlebars, etc. But I just need a glove that's going to keep my fingertips from feeling like an axe is going through them, you know. So thanks for watching. That's just where I'm at mentally this morning. And I'm not on the levee because my ride just went a different way. And the levee is a few miles away, but I'm not on the levee. And I'm headed that way in a weird way. I'm just taking the long way. So I'll be there eventually. But yeah, it's freezing. We're about to get some warm weather. I think I don't watch the news. I just look at my weather app on my phone, the standard weather app that comes with iPhone, and I look at two things. What is the wind conditions? How much is the wind blowing? How many miles per hour is the wind blowing? And I look at whether or not it's going to rain. Other than that, yeah, I don't need the news personally. All they do is, I don't need the news. So that's where I'm at this morning. I'm trying to fight to stay pedaling, which pedaling isn't a problem. It's just my fingertips, which is interesting how the body works, because you can have one thing bother you, and that's all you focus all your energy on, is that one thing that's bothering you. You know, but if you could block it out, if it's not life-threatening, if you could block it out, you could get a lot done. And so that's where I'm at. I'm trying to block it out. But now that I got you, I wanted to talk to you about something that's very near and dear to most of you hearts. and that is January 1st. Now, typically, for some of you, I want you to really listen to this message. I want you to stop lying to yourself. Hear me good. I need you to stop lying to yourself. I need you to be honest with yourself. Because I'm telling you, some of you are not honest with yourself. And if you could look in the mirror at what you're doing to yourself, you're not even going to like that you lie to yourself. So it's better not to vow than to make a vow and not keep it. Something like that, right? Ancient proverb. So what am I talking about? Well, I told you the key, January 1st. Now, some of you have gorged yourself. You've lived in excess. You've done all these things to fail. What am I talking about? Well, what I'm simply talking about is this. There is no such thing as a resolution, a fitness resolution, because when you make a fitness resolution and you say, I'm going to start on this date, that's not a problem. Man, I missed my turn. But that's not a problem. It's not a problem at all. The problem is when you lie to yourself and you lie to people you love and you say, I'm going to do this. But then you really have set yourself up for failure. You've set yourself up for failure because you've gorged yourself on delectables like I did last night on that chocolate cake. You gorge yourself on delectables. You've had excess food, dessert, excess beverage, whatever it is. You've carved up. You've sugared up. You did all of that stuff. You did all of that stuff. And now you're going to say, January 1, I'm going to do what? Lose weight. Stop lying. Or as the young people say, cap. You're lying to yourself, you're living a lie, and that's not cool. I don't like when people lie to me. Now, why am I saying all this? Because if you can't make it through a time in a year where food all of a sudden becomes life or death, you gotta get a turkey, you gotta get a ham, oh, I gotta get those pork chops, oh, they better not take the last tenderloin. That lamb, they better have lamb there. They got specials, they got deals. You just went through 3 months of that mentality. Oh, I'm sorry. Don't forget all the candy you ate for one of those months. You loaded up on sugar, you're loading up on carbs, you're loading up on protein, and you're lying. And then on top of that, you say, I'm gonna do something for my health. Well, why did you just abuse your body for 3 months? That's what I want to know. But don't answer that. Why did you abuse your body for 3 months? Why did you do that for 3 months? Do you really think you're gonna stick with a fitness plan? I guarantee you won't. Because you never worked out your mind. If you can't resist the candy, the turkey, the cranberry dressing, the oyster dressing, the cranberry sauce, if you can't resist the pumpkin pie, if you can't resist the sweet potato pie, if you can't resist the cobbler, the meringue, if you can't resist all of that, and then you can't resist all of the other well-oiled dishes you've eaten for 3 months, how are you going to start a fitness plan? Why are you lying to yourself? And then on top of that, you're going to go in debt because you're going to buy all the latest and the greatest workout clothes, workout shoes. You're going to buy all that stuff. And you know what? You might use it for a week, maybe. But then life going to kick in. And then you're going to start making excuses. Oh, you know, I got sick. Oh, my kid is sick. Oh, my job. Oh, I'm so tired. Your body is a power plant. Your body is a power plant. You make your own energy. Now, I'm not being dogmatic, but I'm being factual. For some, I'm not talking to everybody, so don't get all, don't cancel me. But I'm talking to some. You're a walking lie, and I want you to know that. But you don't have to be that, because there are so many people on the internet that have fitness pages, that have meal plans, that have expert advice, and it's all free. You just got to find it, but it's all free. But if you can't have self-control and live in moderation for those 3 months, how are you going to be successful during your resolution? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. That's really what I want to know. How are you going to be successful? You're living a lie. You're living a lie. Now, it's not hopeless. It's not hopeless. It's not hopeless. It is not hopeless. Because you can start now. You can start now. You don't have to wait till January 1 to start. You can start now. You have that power. But this is what I want you to do. I don't even know you, but this is what I want you to do. I want you to take and mentally decide what you're going to do. I don't want to use riding a bike, for example. Let's say you're going to walk. All right? Now you have a minimum amount of time you're going to walk for, and you have a minimum amount. Don't tell me nothing about 10,000 steps. I don't want to hear nothing about 10,000 steps. Look at your coworkers, look at your family members, look at everybody who allegedly says they walk 10,000 steps a day. They don't have the results that they want. I'm telling you that right now. I'm not being dogmatic, I'm being factual. They don't have the results that they want. 10,000 steps a day for most of you is not going to help you in the way that you think it will. Oh yeah, it's great to walk 10,000 steps a day. But the body that you want in your mind, you're not going to get it with 10,000 steps. I guarantee you that. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. But what I want you to know is this. You can use those 10,000 steps to have a minimum goal of 10,000 steps per day. You can use a minimum. So what that means is every day I'm going to get a minimum of 10,000 steps. Now what that means is I'm not going to settle for 10,000 steps. I'll only get 10,000 steps if life just dumps on me. The house burned down, the kids wrecked the car, whatever. That is the day I'll settle for 10,000 steps. But every day that I get a chance to walk on my 2 legs, 2 feet, 2 springs, 2 prostheses, I'm going to get a minimum of 10,000 steps. You have to have that in your mind. You have to have that in your mind. Now, the next thing is stop falling for the gimmicks. You don't need to go buy new shoes. You don't need to go buy those workout clothes. You don't need to buy none of that stuff. You know why? Why waste your money when you're not going to stick with it? Why waste your money when you're not going to stick with it? You could use that money to eat and blow your resolution later. That $150 on the new shoes, why waste your money on that? That's a tomahawk steak. That's about a month's worth of fried chicken if you budget it right. So don't waste your money on them daggone shoes. Don't waste your money on those workout clothes. You don't need that garbage, because all you're going to do is throw your resolution away anyway. All you're going to do is throw it away. Why? Because you never pre-worked out your mind. You never told yourself, I'm going to do this and I'm going to be successful no matter what. You never told yourself that. And you're not willing to stick with it. But like I said, there's hope. You can do it. And I want you to know that. I want you to know that. I'm not riding a bike a minimum of 20 miles a day. A minimum of 40 miles a day. Follow me on Strava. Follow me on Strava. I'm not riding a bike to lose weight. I'm riding a bike to do this 365 days in a row. You know why? Because somebody challenged me. That's why I'm doing this. My brother-in-law told me I'm not consistent. I rode my bike 50 days in a row for a minimum of 20 miles. My first month, I had 720 miles. And that wasn't even the whole month. I said, man, I got to get back on Strava and record this. I said, man, if I had 720 miles in 1 month, and I didn't even ride the whole month, I had 4 days to spare. I said, I'm going to do 1,000 miles the next month. In 22 days, I had 1,000 miles rode. In 22 days. Thanks for not hitting me, man. I had 1,000 miles rode on a bicycle in 22 days. 22 days. I don't even want to know how many millions of times I've pedaled and cranked on this daggone cog. But you know what? It brings me to my second point. You don't need the gimmicks. You don't need all of that stuff. You don't need this pill, this thing, this. You don't need all of that stuff. 100% effective marketing. You don't need that stuff. All you need to do is make your mind up as to what you want to do with your life. If it's pedaling, pedal. If it's hiking, hike. If it's rowing, row. If it's walking, walk. If it's kayaking, kayak. You know? You got to figure out what you want to do with your life. And you could do it. I'm trying to tell you, I'm living proof. I'm not on pills. I'm not on elixirs and potions and concoctions and all of that stuff. I'm not on none of that garbage. I didn't even drink a protein drink until after November. Because brother-in-law was like, look, man, you done burned all your fat, bro. You got to start getting protein so you don't burn your muscle. I'm like, what's protein? You know? So the point I'm trying to make is this. You control what you see in the mirror. And I'm not talking to everybody, but I'm talking to the majority of you who lie to yourself every year. And I want you to know you can change that. You don't have to be a liar. It's better for you not to say, I'm going to do this, than it is for you to say, I'm going to do this, and you don't even do it. And then when you try, it's not even a real attempt. Because you set yourself up for failure for the last 3 months. You set yourself up for failure for the last 90 days. I haven't even rode my bike 90 days in a row yet. I'm on day 70, what, 79? Today is day 79. I haven't even did 90 days yet. And you pigged out for 90 days. And then you're going to lie to everybody you know. I want you to think of this. Think of your coworkers, right? And they all act like they're healthy. Most of them, they act like they're healthy. But what do they eat? You know, what do they eat? How is all of the healthy food that they eat benefiting them? In most cases, they all act like they're eating healthy, but they're not. All them 100-calorie snacks, you're not working for that. You don't need no 100-calorie snack. You don't have a 100-calorie snack body. You don't deserve that. And I'm just being factual. You don't deserve that, because what you're doing is you're making yourself think that if I eat this 100-calorie snack, I'm doing better than eating that Snickers bar. I'm doing better than eating those Oreos. I'm doing better than eating those chocolate chip cookies, the fudge. If you're from New Orleans, that pecan candy, you heard me? You're lying to yourself. This is not 100 calorie is not better than what you could be eating. It's not. Because you're poisoning your mentality. And that's the problem. And I want you to do better because I know you could do better. Like I said, follow me on Strava. Follow me on Strava. You can look at what I'm doing, and if you follow me on Strava, and you post your fitness every day, your daily fitness activity, I'm going to comment on every post that I get. And I'm going to encourage you personally. You might can't work out with me. You might can't ride a bike with me. But if you get on Strava and you follow me, I'm going to comment on every daily post you make And I'm going to personally encourage you and tell you good job and tell you nice work and tell you I'm proud of you and tell you you're killing it and telling you I see the results. I'm going to personally do that for you because you could do it. I'm telling you, you could do it. Look, this is real talk. I was over 235 pounds October 3rd. From October 4th to October 31st, I lost a lot of weight. People saw me and it was like, man, you okay? You sick? Like, nah, man, I'm good. I'm in the best shape of my life. Like Tony Horton used to say, I'm in the best shape of my life. November, people like, bro, I don't know what you're doing, but man, you looking good. And you know what that did? I didn't see it. I'm telling you, I was looking in the mirror and I'm like, man, all I see is my gut. I told you I can't put the video up. It's too hot for TV. It's too hot for TV. And people like, man, you're looking great. And then old brother-in-law, I love that boy. You know what he told me? I'm fighting back the tears right now. Brother-in-law said, you know, you have never but one time had an athletic body. Never but one time. He said, when you graduated rookie school from Louisiana Fire Training Academy, we used to call it FETI. He said, when you graduated the Fire Academy over there in Louisiana Emergency Fire Training Institute, he said, bruh, that's the only time you ever had an athletic body. And I said, word? He saw me like, you know, I don't know, 3 weeks later. He said, brother-in-law, you got a warrior body. He said, I'm proud of you, man. He said, now you look like the person that I know to talk. Now you can back the talk up by how you look. And you know what? I said, bro, I don't see it. He said, listen, you're looking at yourself wrong. He said, you don't lose weight just in your gut. You lose weight throughout your whole body. He said, I'm telling you, bro, you got it. And I said, dang, that makes sense. I didn't know that. I'm not into nutrition. I'm really not. I'm not a fitness guy. I'm not. I'm riding this bike to ride 365 days, man. That's why I'm on this bike in 38-degree weather. That's why I'm on this bike with my fingertips freezing and I'm still pedaling. That's why I'm on this bike telling myself I'm not going to quit. This ain't a game. It's me versus me. It's me against me, pushing me. This is real. And you don't have that level of tenacity to do this. But you're going to lie to everybody on January 1st. You're going to lie to everybody that you love. You're going to lie to your mama. Mama, I'm going to do it this time, mama. Stop lying. I'm from a family of obesity. I'm from a family of diabetes. I have diabetes. I want to live. I don't want dialysis. I don't want my feet cut off. I don't want the needle. But I'm going to tell you this. I'm not riding a bike to prevent diabetes from getting worse. I'm riding a bike for a challenge. So once these 365 days are up, I have to make a decision. Is this going to be part of my lifestyle? Or am I going to do something else? So I'm in the same boat you in. I'm in the same boat you in. But what I really want you to do is pre-work out your mind. Get it together fitness-wise. Get it together mentally first. Stop lying to people. Those people at the office, those people on the job who you always see them eating the lean cuisine, the Weight Watchers brand is, guess what? When is their body going to change to what they have in mind that they want to be? And that's what I'm telling you. 10,000 steps ain't enough. 10,000 steps is not enough. And I'm going to tell you why. 10,000 steps is better than nothing. But 10,000 steps is not going to transform your body. It's not. Because the only way it will help It's because you're being mobile. 10,000 steps will help you with a little bit of cardio, but it's not going to transform your body because of your diet. And because, quite frankly, you need more than 10,000 steps in most cases. In most cases, it'll take you 50 years to do 10,000 steps a day and see a transformation. But if you want to see the pounds drop, you have to do something that makes you want to drop every time you do it. And it starts in the brain. It starts in the brain. All that coffee creamer and stuff like that, well, I gotta have my creamer. I understand, but you don't need to have the sugar. You don't need to have the sugar, because the sugar ain't gonna help you, boo. I'm telling you, the sugar ain't gonna help you. You like a little coffee in your creamer. It's not gonna help you. It's not gonna help you. If you gotta have that creamer, just do black coffee and do a splash of triple cream, heavy whipping cream, and be thankful for that. And wean yourself off all of that. The next thing you gotta do, once you make your mind up that you're doing this, you gotta avoid wasting your hard-earned money on all this gimmicky stuff. Stay out of those supermarkets that sell those fashionable tights, workout clothes. You don't need that stuff. You ain't did enough to need that. You know how it was when you was a little kid, for most of you, some of you, and you wanted that new pair of shoes, and your parents was like, ain't nothing wrong with your shoes. What you got? And that's what I'm telling you. Work out in what you have. And if you don't have no workout clothes, buy one. And I'm gonna tell you what you do. Buy one set. Go to Walmart, spend $10 on that little dry fit shirt, long sleeve or short sleeve, and buy some of them cheap shorts. And, you know, get a pair of spandex so your thighs don't chafe. That's it. If you ain't got no shoes, buy the cheapest shoes you can find. And if you want to put an arch support in them, or put a foot pad in it or something like that, do not spend all your money on that garbage that you don't need, because you're not going to use it. So why waste it? But if you're going to use it, once you have done this for a little while, over a month, consistently, 30 days, 31 days consistently, now you're going to buy something and you're going to make that initial investment into one outfit, maybe at the most two, and you're going to wash one after you wear it. If you can't wash it after you wear it, if you're throwing it in a dirty clothes hamper and then wait all week, you're just going to waste your money because you don't want it. Wash that sucker after every use. You got one as backup. It can't stay in a dirty clothes hamper. You got to wash it. You got to put forth some effort, because your body is a power plant. It's a power plant. You got to put forth the effort. So once you don't fall into the commercialism trap of 100% effective marketing nonsense, now you have to be consistent. Do you really think I want to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and ride a bicycle a minimum of 20 miles? 20 miles, 40 miles, 60 miles, 80 miles, 100 miles. My first max was 112. My second max was 117. Took me 10 hours to do 112 miles. 10 hours, 20 minutes to ride a bicycle 112 miles. You can say what you want about that, but I did it. So until you do it, you don't know what it's like. You don't know what it's like, but I'm living, I'm still alive. I'm here to tell you you could do it. I'm proof. Follow me on Strava. Check me out. Look at my mileage. I'm not a professional. I don't even consider myself a cyclist. I'm a bike rider. All right? Now, in being committed, you have to have a minimum goal. I told you that earlier. If 10,000 steps is your minimum goal, If walking for 1 mile is your minimum goal, do that every day. Your minimum goal should not be easy, but your minimum goal should be realistically attainable. 20 miles for me is not easy. Because if it's raining, you know what I'm gonna do? 20 miles in the rain. As cold as it is today, if it was raining and it was gonna rain all day according to the forecast, I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna ride in the rain. I'm gonna be like they was in the Titanic in that water, but I'm gonna ride in the rain because that's how bad I want it. I'm not worrying about the flu. I get the flu, I'm gonna ride with the flu. I was sick a few weeks ago, and you know what I did? I rode sick. And that was the best fresh air I ever needed. Because I want it. I want it. I want it. I can't buy it. I can't buy it. I don't deserve it. And I haven't earned it. But I want it. So that means I have to go get it. That's why I'm pedaling, because I'm going to get it. Yeah. That's why I'm pedaling, because I'm going to get it. 365 days cycling. That's my goal. Today is day 79. 79. I haven't even made 90 days. Like that show, 90 Day Fiance. I haven't even made 90 days. Like when you start a new job, 90 days. Haven't even made 90 days. But you know what? Nothing could stop me but me. Nothing could stop me but me. It don't matter what the weather is. It don't matter if I ate or not. None of that matters. And that's the level you have to get to in order to make this fitness thing work. And I guarantee you, when you stick with it, when you start feeling better, when you start seeing the results, when one of your friends said, man, you looking good, dude, what are you doing? When one of your girls said, girl, or as they say out there in the country, girl, like my cousin said, my kissing cousin, girl. So what I'm trying to tell you is, once people do that, and for the ladies, and you're not wearing that girdle, when you're not wearing that girdle that make everything look like it's supposed to look naturally, when you're not wearing that girdle and people do that, it's really gonna boost you. It's really gonna boost you. But you gotta be committed to the process. It sucks, it hurts, it's painful. Right now, I'm riding my bike, and my riding shorts that I'm wearing, brother-in-law bought them for me. These shorts don't even work. I was looking at this riding page, and the guy was talking, it's an English riding company, and VELOCBI, something like that. Velocity, I don't know. I barely speak English. But anyway, so the guy was showing one of their riding bibs, and he was talking about how it has wings and it has this and it has that. And like, look, bro, I want to buy it right now. I want to buy it right now. He said, we got a 10-hour pad in this particular bib. And I thought about it. That's the pad I need. I need the 10-hour pad, the 10-hour padded riding bib. Because this 10-hour pad, I've already rode for 10 hours. You know, I've already rode for 10 hours. I have a few goals. Like, one of my goals is to ride my bike for as many hours in a day as I can. I want to ride for 24 hours and see how many miles I could do. That's one of my goals. I'm going to sit on this bicycle and stay on it for 24 hours. Of course, I got to take care of nature and stuff like that. But that's the only time I'm not going to be on a bike. I'm going to eat on a bike. I'm going to drink on a bike. And I'm going to pedal until the cows come home on a bike. And I'm going to do that. Why am I going to do that? Because I can do that. I'm a power plant. I can do that. I'm training for life. That's what I'm doing. I'm training for life. And I want you to train for life too. You owe it to your family. You owe it to your mate. You owe it to your mama and your daddy and your mama and your papa. You owe it to your kids. You owe it to your friends. They all love you. And if you ain't got none of that, all the more reason to do it. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to yourself. And I'm telling you, you could do it. But anyway, I'm riding so much, I have to upgrade and get this certain riding short. And the reason I want the bib, a bib just basically means that it's like spandex. It has a pad in the crotch area, the gooch and butt area. And the shorts have a suspender basically attached to it permanently. So they call it a bib. And the jacket you put on or the shirt you put on is called a jersey. So anyway, I want to get the bib because I need the bib. I'm riding so much, I need the bib. And that's a goal I have set to do. But you have to get to that point in your fitness journey where now it makes sense for me to set some money aside to do this so that I can continue to do this. So that might mean buying a better running shoe. It might mean getting those workout clothes now. Because now you've earned it. Now you've proved to yourself you're not going to waste your money. You could have ate that money, but you proved you're not going to eat that money. And now you need this for your health. Now you need this for your goal. Now you need this for your daily commitment to yourself. And if it sounds like I'm fussing, good. Now that was a joke, very inappropriate joke. I'm not trying to fuss. I'm trying to help you to see you could do it. And I believe in you. I believe in you. That's why I told you, follow me on Strava. Follow me on Strava. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna congratulate you every day you work out. Every day you put it in. Every day you sweat. Every day you grind. Every day you endure the pain, the suck, the hurt, all of that. Because guess what? You're gonna grow. You're gonna grow. You're gonna get tough. You're gonna get better, faster. You're gonna feel better. You're gonna look better. And most importantly, you owe it to yourself. You could do it. I can't tell you how to be a millionaire, but I can tell you how to pedal a bike. I can't tell you how to take care of 5 kids, but I can tell you how to take care of 1. I can't tell you who to marry, but I can tell you how I made it 23 years in marriage. I can't make you be brave, but I could tell you how I was brave as a firefighter for 13 years before my injury and being disabled. I can't tell you what work to do, but I can tell you how to work. I can't tell you how to be 50 years old, but I can tell you how to be 43 years old, how to be 20 years old, how to be 17 years old. I can tell you all of that. You might can't see it, but they got a shadow of me because of the lights and all of that. It's always in front of me. I see it though. And that's who I'm trying to catch. That's who I'm trying to pass up. It's a reason boxers shadow box. Because they're trying to beat themselves. They're trying to be better than the shadow. Because the shadow is always a step ahead. And that's how I want you to train. One of my homeboys asked me, he said, if you could start an apparel company for cycling or for working out, what would the name of it be? And I thought about that for 3 weeks. 3 weeks. But 2 days ago, I got the name. And I don't care if you use it. I don't care if you use it. But the name of my company would be CANT, Camp. And every apparel will have the motto on it. I can't do that. You know, I can't do that. and then they go ahead and do it. Then they go ahead and do it. And that's why I would pick camp. Because as a little boy, my daddy, some of my peers, mentors, they always said, never say what you can't do. And you know what? I said what I couldn't do many times. I said what I wasn't going to do many times. You know, if you're from New Orleans, we say, I ain't doing that. I ain't going to do that. So the point I'm trying to make is you can do it, and I'm living proof. I'm living proof. I ain't sold you nothing because I ain't got nothing to sell you. I ain't got nothing to sell you. I don't even know you, but I care about you. You know why? Because I care about me. I know how great I feel. I know how great I look when I look in the mirror. I sent my boy the video of me in the mirror that I told you too hot for TV the other day. He said, bruh. He said, you got it, bruh. You got it. I sent brother-in-law the video and two of my other close partners the video. And you know what brother-in-law said? And one of my partners, he said, bruh, it's time to work. It's time to add some ab workout to the stomach and you'll get them. You'll get them. So you know what I'm going to try to do January 1? I'm going to start this January 1. I'm going to try to add some ab exercises to my routine. Just to see. Because like I said, I'm not doing this to lose weight. I'm doing this to prove I'm tough enough to ride a bicycle for 365 days in a row. My minimum 20 miles, that's my personal minimum goal for me. Ain't nobody gave that to me. I could get on a bike for 5 minutes for 365 days and be successful. But I'm saying I'm gonna do a minimum of 20 miles every time I sit on this saddle. Every time I sit on this saddle, a minimum of 20. That's what I'm saying for me. And so I want you to know you could do it. But I don't settle for 20 unless I have time restraints, a family responsibility, where I have to do something that the family needs, or I have to help my friends or something like that. But other than that, when I sit on this bike, I'm doing 40 miles. I'm telling you right, minimum of 40. I'm gonna do 40 this morning. I'm gonna go worship the Lord after that. I'm gonna get back on this bike and do another 40 to 60. And I'm gonna close this day out with 80 to 100 miles. That's my plan. For the last 3 days, I tried to ride and I only ended up with 80 miles for 3 days. That's not good. I had 40, 20, 20. And all 3 of those days, I thought I was gonna be able to ride 2 times. Once that morning, once that afternoon. And it just did not happen. So things are gonna happen outside of your control, but that does not have to sideline the effort that you're making to be consistent. And that's what I want you to know. That's what I want you to know. So work your mind out, pre-work out your mind. Don't fall for the 100% effective marketing and gimmicks. And stay committed by being consistent every day. No days off. No days off. 7 days a week. No cheat meals. Because if you can't give that up, you're not going to stay the course. You're not. And the most important thing is, if you can't give up a cheat meal, if you can't give up a cheat meal or a piece of cake, you know what's going to happen? You could do all this exercise and eat very unhealthily. You're not going to see the results. You're not going to see the results. It's like drinking a cold drink in a cup upside down. You're not going to have much cold drink in your mouth. You're going to only have what your mouth can hold, and the rest going to spill. So do not ruin your diet by eating that stuff. Don't do it. They got nutritionists online for free. They got doctors online for free. They have fitness people online for free. There's one guy, I don't know his name offhand, but this dude said this: if you want to lose weight, protein shake for breakfast, protein shake for lunch, and then food. for dinner. But don't kill yourself on that food. You don't have to eat the whole house. French fries ain't gonna cut it. I hear you, big dog. If I had one, I'd do it too. Man, that thing sound good. Shit, he got me wanting to crank faster. So don't ruin it on what you eat. Stop eating fast food. I'm gonna tell you that right now. That's the one thing I'm gonna be dogmatic about. Stop eating fast food. That is not a meal replacement. That is not good. Drink a protein shake. When you get home, eat. You know, I'm not a big meal prepper, but boil some eggs and keep boiled eggs in a stainless steel pot or a stainless steel bowl covered in water. You could peel them and just leave them in the water in the refrigerator. If you got a snack and you want chips, get pork rinds. Just get some original pork rinds. The carbs won't kill you. Get some nuts. Don't overdo that stuff though. What's up, man? So you could do it. Follow me on Strava. Hit me up if you want my Strava account information. Download Strava. It's a free app. It costs no money. It's one of the most encouraging fitness apps there is. And I'm not sponsored by them. I'm not endorsing them, but I'm just letting you know what works for me. And I'm telling you, you could do it. You could do it. So I'm gonna stop this video right here. I'm heading to the levee now. I don't know how many miles I rode. I don't care at this point. But I appreciate you listening. I appreciate you listening to this video and to the message. And if it sounded like I was hollering, look at Dre in Dallas. You'll realize I wasn't hollering. But anyway, y'all have a good morning. I hope the coffee hot. And I hope all your dreams come true today. But I'm telling you right now, you can start your fitness today. Don't lie to nobody. Lying is not good. You know that. You know how you was raised. All right, I'm out. I got to get back on my ride.